Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, what we're seeing right now, what might be unfolding in the NFL landscape, has huge implications for the Green Bay Packers. The NFL is constantly evolving, and the recent rumors circulating about the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers could be a game changer, especially for a team like Green Bay that's been looking to bolster its pass rush and become a true contender again. So let's break down what's happening, what it means for the Packers, and how this could set the stage for an exciting future for the franchise. First, let's talk about the Giants, a team that's been struggling quite a bit this season. With a record of 2-5, the Giants are clearly in a rebuild mode, and their defense has been a huge disappointment, giving up an average of 27 points per game. That's a big number, and it's a clear sign that they're desperately looking to make some moves to shore up their roster. Rumors, as reported by Diana Rossini, suggest that the Giants are eyeing a major trade. They're apparently planning to send Brian Burns, one of the league's most disruptive pass rushers, to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for 2 first-round picks in 2026 and 2027. That's an incredible offer, and it shows just how much the Giants see Burns as a key piece to their future plans. Now let's focus on Brian Burns himself. The guy is a speedster, a true disruptor off the edge. He's been fantastic throughout his career, accumulating 52 sacks and 128 quarterback hits so far, with a PFF grade of 92, which is elite. In 2025 up to September 15th, Burns has already registered 9 sacks, along with 16 pressures, and a win rate of about 29%. His EPA per sack is 52, a very efficient number, and he forces a lot of turnovers, 9 forced fumbles to be precise over his career. Despite a minor ankle injury that kept him out for 6 games, Burns remains an all-pro caliber player, drawing comparisons to Khalil Mack. His 48-second 40-yard dash and 87% tackle efficiency make him one of the most dangerous pass rushers in the league today. And it's worth noting that he's been a mirror image of that disruptive edge presence, similar to Khalil Mack's impact when he played for the Raiders and then the Bears. His ability to generate pressure is remarkable. In 2025, he's been effectively double-teamed about 36% of the time, but still manages to produce. That's a testament to his skill, explosiveness, and football IQ. His production has been key in elevating defenses, and for the Giants, acquiring Burns would be a reset button, kind of like what the Panthers did last year when they traded veterans to rebuild. But for the Packers, this is a different story. Green Bay is looking to strengthen their pass rush, which has been somewhat inconsistent this season. With only 15 sacks through 7 games, the pass rush hasn't quite lived up to expectations, especially considering how much they invested in their defensive front in recent years. The Packers currently have around $11 million in cap space, which isn't a ton, but enough to make a significant move if the right opportunity arises. They've been searching for that elite pass rusher to complement Rashan Gary, who's a proven force on the edge but has dealt with injuries himself. Now Lucas Van Ness, their young and promising rookie, has been DNP, did not play due to a foot injury. That's a setback, but it also highlights the urgency for the Packers to add someone like Brian Burns, a veteran who can make an immediate impact. Van Ness, when healthy, has shown flashes of brilliance, but the team needs more consistency and a proven game changer. You see, the Packers have been building a solid defense under coach Joe Barry, focusing on creating pressure from the front, and Burns would fit perfectly into that scheme. His ability to rush the passer, force turnovers, and improve run defense by collapsing the pocket is exactly what Green Bay needs right now. When you look at how he's performed in 2025, it's clear that Burns can elevate any defense he's part of. His combined pressure numbers have gone up by about 23% this season, which is significant. He's been instrumental in reducing the yardage allowed by opponents on the ground, from 105 yards per game down to just 82. That's a huge leap, and it shows how much of an impact he can have not just rushing the passer, but also setting the tone against the run. In terms of the overall team dynamic, Adding Burns could be a catalyst for the Packers' defense to reach new heights. When you think about the history of this franchise, you recall players like Clay Matthews, who brought relentless pressure and helped define a dominant defense in the 2010s. Burns could be that kind of player, a difference maker who transforms the unit into a feared force once again. And let's not forget, the defense isn't just about individual statistics. It's about creating turnovers, forcing negative plays, and setting up the offense for success. Burns' ability to generate sacks and forced fumbles directly contributes to that. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade could also have a substantial effect on the playoff race. Green Bay, with Burns on their roster, could see their Super Bowl odds improve significantly. Right now, their odds are around plus 900, but with Burns adding that extra edge, literally and figuratively, they could push those odds down to around plus 450, making them serious contenders. Particularly in the playoffs, where pass rushers often make the difference, Burns' presence could be the X factor in key games. For example, against mobile quarterbacks like Jared Goff, who is known for extending plays and making things difficult for defenses, Burns' ability to contain and pressure becomes even more critical. His speed and relentless pursuit could be the difference in forcing Goff into uncomfortable throws or sacks that swing momentum. And of course, the impact isn't just limited to the pass rush. Burns' presence on the field can elevate the entire defense, encouraging teammates to play more aggressively and creating opportunities for turnovers. The Packers have been trending in the right direction, but they need that final piece, someone who can consistently win one-on-one battles and change the game in a flash. Burns' proven track record of double-digit sack seasons, his ability to pressure quarterbacks, and his knack for forcing fumbles make him that player. What about the fans? Well, it's easy to imagine the excitement around Lambeau Field if this move happens. The energy, the anticipation. The Packers are known for their passionate fan base, and adding a player of Burns' caliber would reignite the hopes of a deep playoff run and another shot at the Super Bowl. The team's current trajectory is promising, but with Burns, they could take that leap into elite territory. The NFC is stacked, no doubt, but with a formidable pass rush, the Packers could match up against anyone. Now, I want to give you a bit of perspective on what this could mean for the future. The NFL is a league where the front seven often decides championships. Look at teams like the 49ers or the Eagles. They've built their success on dominant pass rushes and relentless defensive fronts. If the Packers manage to acquire Burns, they could emulate that blueprint. It's all about adding that extra punch, that game-changing element that can turn close games into wins. And considering Burns' age, just 27, he's entering his prime, which makes this trade even more enticing for Green Bay. They're not just getting a rental, they're bringing in a player who could be a cornerstone of their defense for years to come. And let's talk about the strategic aspect. The Packers have been known for their balanced approach, strong running game, efficient passing, and a stout defense. So adding a player like Burns would complement their existing strengths. It would allow Rashan Gary to operate with less double-teaming, opening up more opportunities for him to make plays. Plus, with Burns' ability to line up in multiple spots along the line, the Packers could create more complex stunts and blitz packages, keeping offenses guessing and off balance. So all in all, this potential trade isn't just a rumor. It's a strategic move that could redefine the NFC North and the NFC playoff picture. Green Bay has been quietly building a competitive team, and adding Brian Burns could be that final piece that propels them into serious Super Bowl contention. The combination of Burns' pass-rushing prowess, the young talent like Lucas Van Ness, and the veteran leadership on defense could form a formidable front that opponents will fear. It's a move that makes a lot of sense, especially considering the Packers' current cap situation and their need to elevate their pass rush. Remember, it's still early in the process. The trade talks are ongoing, and many factors could influence the final decision. Still, as fans, we can dream about the possibilities. Imagine Burns lining up next to Gary, creating chaos in opposing backfields and leading the charge toward another deep playoff run. It's what every Green Bay supporter hopes for, isn't it? To see their team rise, to see their defense become a nightmare for quarterbacks, and to chase that elusive Super Bowl trophy once again. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe acquiring Brian Burns would be the game changer the team needs? How do you see this affecting their chances in the postseason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. We're in an exciting moment, folks, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Thanks for sticking with me, and let's keep that passion alive.